Hello everybody, MorbTron here. Bungie has announced a little bit of information about the upcoming Moments of Triumph and Solstice of Heroes for Year 2, or Forsaken, Destiny 2 Forsaken, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. There'll be a link in the description down below if you want to read it over, but I'm basically going to go over everything because Bungie, although they made a post today, or yesterday rather, on Bungie Day, which is 7/7, they didn't really give us a whole lot of definitive information about the Solstice of Heroes Moments of Triumph event, but they gave us some. So, we know that the Moments of Triumph are going to unlock next week, Tuesday, tomorrow, at Reset, and what they're going to do is they're going to give us 13 of them to start with, and those 13 things are going to be things like getting pinnacle weapons, things of that nature. Like I said, they don't tell you exactly where they're from, but they've got names like, you know, Vanguard Pinnacle Weapons, and Gambit Pinnacle Weapons, and Crucible Pinnacle Weapons. You can pretty much guess what those are from. I'm going to assume that to get those triumphs, you're going to need all of the Pinnacle Weapons, which is a bit of a farm, actually, so that's going to be a hard triumph to do if you don't have any of those. But they also have things like, one of them is called Oh Murderer Mine. I can only assume that means that it's associated with the Last Wish raid, as that is something that Riven literally says to you, is Oh Murderer Mine. So their names have to be related to what they're from. 13 of them unlock tomorrow, and the other 7 unlock at a later date, which Bungie has not disclosed yet, but we'll be talking more about in a blog post later on this month. Now, at 1 Triumph completion, you get the emblem unlocked for the 2019 Moments of Triumph. And honestly, most people are going to just automatically have 1 completed. So nothing too special or to worry about there. At 5 completed, unlocked, whenever you want to call them, you get the Sparrow, and I'll have a picture of all of this stuff up here at the end once I'm done explaining all of the stuff. And at 10, it gives you the ship. Now, these are all items that you can only get during the Moments of Triumph or Solstice of Heroes event, whatever you want to call it, for this season. After the event is done, you will not be able to get them ever again. And you either have them or you don't. And I have to walk backwards here now because it did not continue on with the Nightfall mission. Anyway, once 15 of them are completed, unlocked, done, you get a special offer on the Bungie store to buy the 2019 Moments of Triumph shirt. Or if you really, really feel like it, you can spend $77,000 on the shirt. Maybe, I don't know. The special offer is basically a discount code to make it not cost $77,000. I doubt Bungie would let you spend $77,000, but, you know, maybe there's somebody out there that really, really wants the clout from a Bungie shirt, and they don't want to play the game, and they'd rather spend $77,000 on it. Who knows? If you want to do that, more power to you. Go ahead and spend $77,000 on a shirt. And then all 20, once you get all 20 done, if you get all 20 done, you get a title that we don't know what it's going to be called yet. And you also get a seal, which, you know, you get a seal every time you get a title, kind of, oh geez, kind of like the Drifter, you know, having the Dredgen, that sort of thing. You get a seal along with the title. But, like I had mentioned before, those other 7 triumphs aren't going to be coming along until Solstice of Heroes starts. Bungie did not give us an actual date for Solstice of Heroes starting, but what they did say is that they're going to be talking about it in a blog post later on this month on the 24th of July. And I don't know if they actually meant the 24th. The 24th is, in fact, a Wednesday. They usually don't post blog things on a Wednesday, but never know, they might. What I think they meant by that, maybe they got the dates wrong, who knows, maybe they'll post on a Wednesday, is the 25th It's a Thursday, and they usually do their weekly blog posts on Thursdays. And either way, it doesn't really matter. What that usually means, if they're talking about something in a blog post, we can pretty much assume that it's going to be the very next week that we get the Solstice of Heroes coming out, which is July 30th. And that gives us about a month to do the Solstice of Heroes stuff, which is about what we had last time. So I would say that's pretty much the time frame that we're going to be working with. And as far as Solstice of Heroes goes, they did not give us any information on it at all, other than they're going to be talking about it at a later date. And they kind of gave us a teaser of the statue that will be in the tower, just like last year. This one is a little bit different, but basically is pretty much the same. Meaning that, you know, it's Guardians, one Hunter, one Titan, one Warlock, and they're doing stuff. They usually have, you know, lightning or void or something looking like they're coming out of their hands, and that's exactly what we have here. And from the looks of it, the armor set is going to be at least the same to start. Maybe the pattern for coloring will be a little bit different on it. Last year, the armor kind of had a weird glow to it at the very end of it, and would glow in a different element type depending on whatever you were using for a subclass. So that's pretty cool. And it'll be interesting to see what we get. And it'll be interesting to see if it has the same effects on it as it did last year, where the new armor actually gave us a little bit more power than before, too. We'll see, though. I don't see that happening, but never know. We might get a small power bump from Solstice of Heroes. And other than that, at the end of the blog post, they had mentioned that Moments of Triumph would be available to complete from July 7th to July... to August 27th. Now, the July 7th thing, that's yesterday. I really doubt that we're going to be able to get things unlocked that aren't enabled yet. So I think they meant the 9th. But yeah, so it'll be available from July 9th through August 27th. That gives us quite a long time to get them done. And it shouldn't be a problem, I don't think, as long as you want to get them done and can invest the time in it. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem for you to get those done. Also, I just want to make mention of this real quick. Bungie has new things on their website, their Bungie store, for the Bungie Foundation. I'm not going to plug their regular store stuff ever, but I will make mention of the Bungie Foundation, simply because they help kiddos that are in the hospital, and helping kiddos in the hospital is something that I have great respect for. What the Bungie Foundation does is they help entertain, they help distract the kiddos that are in the hospital for whatever reason, whatever illnesses they might be fighting, and they help entertain and distract them from just being in the hospital, you know. Which is, I think, a very noble cause. So, 100% of any profits that the Bungie Foundation items make goes directly to the Bungie Foundation, which helps the kiddos in the hospital. So, if you're interested in that, there's a link to that in the blog post as well, and a link to the blog post will be in the description of this video. The final thing I'm going to mention from the blog post is that they have new wallpapers up, or just 4K resolution images, that are all Bungie art. Some of them are Shadowkeep, some of them are older stuff. So if you're in the market for a brand new wallpaper for your desktop or whatever, or you just want to make something into a cool poster or whatever, those are also linked in the blog post. And again, a link to the blog post is in the description down below. But I've talked about this stuff enough. If you want to show your support, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to have a good day, everybody, and I'll catch you all next time.